Okay.
So what are we doing?
What are we? You've got 2 Jenns this week.
Welcome to
Two
Jenn
of
Squared.
us. Welcome. Glad you stumbled your way here somehow. We're very happy you did.
Along the treacherous path of whatever rabbit hole you're down.
My YouTube history isn't normally treacherous.
I mean, for them to get here, do you think that was easy to find us?
You're a freak. I understand. Well, you know what? Let's just go with that and tell you about our favorite book tropes.
Bing.
Let's find somewhere where you belong, right?
Okay, so do we want to do Spitfire, tropes we love, and then hear me outs?
I would love that.
Does that sound good?
Absolutely. So we obviously are hobby authors. If we haven't mentioned it before, we have a lot.
That's for certain.
Yes. So we are writing fantasy romance novels. So that is the tropes that we will be focusing on. To say there isn't tons of other options and tons of other things to both complain and adore about would be an injustice to all of writing. But we are going to focus on the fantasy romance ones.
That's for sure.
Today. So
speaking of complaining, if you haven't already, you can go watch our book Icks.
oh, those are good.
Kind of mean, which is why we're doing this.
Yeah. We really needed some good energy being put back out in the world after what we just recorded.
This is karma leveling itself out. Hopefully we do well enough.
Yeah.
To balance the scales.
Do you want to get right into it?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Why don't you start?
Okay. I can't start off too hot. Okay, well, we have to get the obvious one out of the way. On 3. 3? Wait, no. On 1. 3, 2, 1.
And no! You said on 1! Do we want to try that again?
Let's do it. 3, 2, and... Okay, ready? 3, 2, 3, 2, 1.
Enemies to lovers.
Obviously. I think it's your go.
So, mine's along the theme of enemies to lovers, but I'm talking 2 specific situations. Okay, so picture this. It's obviously dystopian, war-ridden. There's battling and leathers and swords and clanging, and she's just done something super amazing, like athletically stunning, blown everybody away. Everybody's in awe.
Okay.
The MMC's irrationally angry.
Ooh.
Why? Why would she risk her life?
Ooh.
So recklessly.
Yeah.
Right?
How dare she?
How dare she not care about herself the way he cares about her? Yeah.
That's a good one.
That is a good one. Yeah.
You know what? The way that you were panning it out, you took a turn from where I thought you were going.
Where did you think I was going?
I thought you were going to something which I also love, which is, and then she gets hurt.
Oh.
And who discovers it after she's been hiding it for days?
And then what does he say?
Did this to you.
Did this to you.
So good.
Work of art.
Truly.
Art.
Big fan.
Excellent.
Big fan.
Actually, my second situation is she develops a skill.
Okay.
Maybe magic.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe creates a rune. Something fantastical. She does it. She finds it. She's either paving the way or is a rare prophetic character.
Okay.
And he's angry because she didn't think to hide it because people would try and use her.
Ooh. Because he would never do that. But
even though he's the most morally gray one, who's like,
can't be trusted.
You know.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, author.
Thank you, authors.
Thank you. Okay, this is getting a little bit more spicy.
Oh, I did not take it that direction.
I'm about to. When the MMC, he's not negligent of others, but he's indifferent to everybody. To the point where he has to resist her, the FMC.
Yeah.
And withdraws himself from situations where things could get naughty.
He's not trusting himself to be alone with her.
Swoon, babe, swoon. Self-control? Did she affect you so intensely? But he has to walk away.
That's true. He has to.
He does.
Because he has to have like some level of dignity.
Right.
As well as being to everybody else but her. But have a level of dignity with her, obviously.
Because it's supposed to be special for them.
It really drives the plot forward.
It's more like withholding. It's like authors being like, it can't happen yet, but I want it to so bad, and so does everybody else. Big fan.
Okay, so I took it a wildly different direction.
Okay.
So I'm talking reluctant protagonists.
Okay, yeah.
I love a witty, realistic portrayal of somebody's views expanding past the point of a tiny realm to knowing the equivalent of a whole galaxy. I like the realistic reactions to finding creatures in the woods. When a character just yells, "What the f is that?"
Yeah. Okay.
You know, and also it's like, is that really how we have to do this? Like, that seems really crazy.
Yeah.
To have to go through a tunnel of 18 different traps just to get to something that might help us.
Yeah.
I really like a realistic,
when they
sarcastic,
question it.
Yeah, like a sardonic hero almost.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. Where they're like, damn it, I don't want to do this, but
I have morals, so I can't just let everybody die. But is this inconvenient? Yeah. Big time.
I like that. Something I really enjoy is following like aristocracy or rich people in general. They are the main characters for a reason in these books. And when done well, like, yeah, that's fun peeking into those worlds or being like, of course she's the princess. Of course he's the richest guy and has like a treasure trove of jewels and crap that she's going to pick from for every ball. And like, we're going to get extreme detail on the outfits for those. Love.
I'm just going to pile on.
Yeah.
I enjoy when she is weary about how much he's spending on her.
Ooh.
And he just comes back and is like, do you know my net worth?
Right. You realize what a black card is.
Yeah. Or it's just like, I own that, actually. So
that's a good one.
Yeah.
I own that.
I own that.
Architecture and the descriptions that the author can take you to is because you're in these gorgeous places, because they are richer aristocracy. You're not going to go see a castle that's super intricate and gorgeous if you're following the commoners who see it in the distance. I am a pleb myself, so I like to escape, okay? Stamp, smash.
Anyway,
it's you.
It is me. Okay. So I went, think of found family, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we got mom and dad, our main characters, but our side characters, we love a good sunshine side character.
Yeah.
A really, really good one. Funny, witty, good timing, that kind of side character. Not only that, when they're used, not to the point of killing them because they're beloved, but when they're used a little bit like a plot point. The group is on a journey.
Right.
Everything's going wrong, and they've finally reached the point where nothing else can go wrong, but how else do you show that the most amount of despair as possible is happening? That sunshine character finally goes quiet. Just knife twist.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, when the sunshine character is resilient to the point where nobody notices that something actually might be going wrong.
Right.
And then they'll finally turn around to see that they're just broken. I mean, it's not a happy one, but like it's when it's well used, it is so good.
Yeah.
It's just the right amount of a gut punch.
Yeah. To go off of that, I really love like a really cute character. Just so cute. And you want the best for them. You just want everything to go right. They're just innocent, but like not because they're children, not because they're not well spoken or educated, but because they're just childlike.
They're just like naive to ill intention. Like they wouldn't even consider that somebody would be...
They wouldn't understand why somebody would do something.
Yeah.
Like horrible to somebody else, but it's like you're just good and you're just cute and I want you to get everything.
Yeah, it's like the characters that you just want to squish.
Yeah, and you want to put them in a little box and protect, and then they always get screwed. But I love them.
Yeah. They always get the saddest endings.
They do.
Too.
Okay, that was me. Now you.
So that's actually all I've got. Do you have more?
Okay, let me just see what I have. Okay, the last thing that I will say is I just like true flaws. And you can see based on their behavior in the past why they are the way that they are now, and you know, the reason that they believe the things they believe, or the amount of times that they've just been kicked down. And now you have pessimistic character and you're like, of course you're pessimistic. Nothing has ever gone right for you. I don't necessarily need the whole past, but if you give flashbacks along the way, I do love a good flashback. I just like when things start to go right. You know,
that is nice.
That's nice to watch.
You know what? I really just do like a happy ending.
Yeah.
Just point blank, even if it's bad.
Who doesn't like that?
Absolutely.
I feel like that's a good one.
Okay, so I've got a couple here. They might be freezing cold takes. In other words, hear me out.
You have to go first.
Really toxic.
Okay.
Touch her and die for no reason.
Okay.
I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see it.
It's inconvenient. At times, wildly inappropriate, but I just eat it up. Once again, we're not going to think too hard about what that says about me.
We're not reading into this, okay?
No. Everybody who studied psychology, take a break. Take a 15-minute walk. I don't need it. I'm okay. I know who I am.
This is a little bit of a hot take, I think. I think I did a real hear me out because the rest of them I don't know that they'll qualify. Well, the MMC is in 6'100". Okay? I don't care. I don't care. When you picture Reese, in certain context, she makes him like, oh my gosh, he was overwhelming. But then in other scenarios, he's not the biggest, baddest guy in the room. You just kind of feel like he's like a proportionate to Feyre. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
Yeah.
And then when they're in closed quarters, it's like, oh yeah, you're like a big dude.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like that. Yeah.
That's going to be my best one.
Okay. So I mean this in all descriptions of the MMC. Okay, so I was dying.
Anyways,
you put that up on your screen, and I'm like, I like it.
Okay, I'm confused.
I'm confused about what you could be confused about.
You did put a winky face, and it's pretty apparent.
Here's the thing. I'm not just talking about the spicy scene.
So, okay, do they have to stop? That's what I'm wondering.
I'm thinking it's
You're
more
thinking
of, you can take it.
Can we put this in here?
It's in like a book that I just read, so probably.
That was actually kind of a pun. Can we put this in here?
Okay, but like specifically, I'm actually talking like just 1,000% that as well.
Yeah.
But also just during the story when she's just small and he's just large.
Yeah.
And she's constantly just reminded of how much bigger he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he's just too big.
That's your hear me out, which I'm pretty sure that most people will agree.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a hear me out for you.
What?
Because I don't know that you would like this so much.
Okay.
It's not that I don't think you like this. I think that you like this, but I don't think this is something that's like, oh yeah, I'm going to read this book because I know this is in here. Do you know what I'm saying?
Get that.
Okay, so hear me out. I really like romantic gestures. Like,
why do you think I wouldn't like that?
But that's why I said it's not that you wouldn't like it. It's just that it wouldn't draw you in. And also you said toxic jealousy. Okay, so like tell me that that's in the same book.
Yeah.
If I think of, I can't really think of one that I've read recently that's like that.
Actually,
something to consider.
Yeah. Hey, if you know a book like that, give us some rec. Let's start a book club.
Oh my god, that would be fun.
That would be super fun. So this one, I know for a fact you love.
Okay.
I just read a bunch of discourse online where a lot of people don't like a modernized, like adapted version of them.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
Love.
Big love. This is probably not even a hear me out, actually. I really don't think it is. I just read a bunch of people who really, really think it is.
I think that there is.
I think there's like a large group of people that just don't enjoy reading mythical or legendary or like story adaptations.
Yeah.
Which I just can't relate to them. I'm just not part of that group.
No. I can see like that some people hold the myths dear to themselves to the point where they're like they're doing it wrong.
Okay.
I can see it, but I don't agree.
Right.
Like everybody's gonna come up with their own way to appreciate something.
Yes.
So you get to choose if you want to appreciate it with them.
Absolutely. And stories are just archetypes written over and over and over and over again anyway.
Have you hear me out?
Okay.
I feel that we all really enjoy this. Who doesn't love a good redemption arc? Eris, I'm waiting. I know it's coming.
Here's the thing.
What?
I don't love an expected redemption arc.
I don't care. That's
okay.
So sorry.
That's
no,
fair.
that's not what I meant. I meant like I don't care if it's expected. I just want one. Yeah.
That's absolutely fair. And I'm saying like a redemption arc that comes out of nowhere. Yeah.
Okay.
Huge fan.
You want a big reaction.
Yeah. An expected redemption arc. I just bored.
Yeah.
And also do more to redeem yourself.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
I don't mind. If I see it coming, I'm like, but how is it going to be? When is it going to pop? I don't care. I see it coming. Because I'm like,
I see it. I love it.
Faster.
Get here.
Get here.
Get here.
Not the last 100 pages. Please. I want to feel it for.
So we've gone over some things that we like.
Yeah.
some things that we like, but maybe need to reevaluate. If you agree or even wildly disagree, just let us know. That could be fun.
Yeah.
You could write
a comment
I think.
if you liked any of the things that we liked. And don't forget, I said enemies to lovers. Leave us a like because it really supports our channel. And subscribe.
And then take a guess what our books are about after all of that, because my main characters really start off as friends.
Good night.
Oh wait, we said bye, didn't we?
Did we say bye?
Did we even finish the outro?
Bye. Do we need to?
I feel like we got it.